Well, good evening.
大家晚安，
Welcome back.
欢迎大家回来。
That's the wrong message.
那个不是我们今天要分享的信息，你是放在投影片的。
Just a heads up. It'd be evening 2, I think.
是晚上的第二堂，第二天晚上的信息。
All right, how you guys doing?
大家还好吗？
How many of you have been with us at the conference?
有多少人你在这个特会当中都一直跟着我们参与的？可以举手一下吗？
All right, and how many of you are new tonight?
有多少人今天晚上是第一次来到我们中间的？
Welcome.
欢迎你们。
Where have you been?
过去几天你们去哪里了？
So glad you're here.
非常高兴你们可以来到我们中间。
Well, we've been covering a lot of ground.
其实我们之前已经讲到了很多的东西，
Covering a lot of territory.
讲了很多不同的东西。
And tonight, what I want to do is lay a foundation
今天晚上要再立一些不同的根基，
to help you interact with the world around you.
帮助你可以跟你周围的世界有一个正确的互动。
I'm going to present some things tonight
今天晚上我会讲到一些的东西，
that you may have never considered before.
可能是你过去从来没有想过的。
And I would like you to keep an open heart.
我渴望你可以有一个正确的敞开的心。
And I'll do my best
我会尽我的力量，
to make myself clear.
让我能够很清楚的能够沟通我想要传递的信息。
But I do understand that I'm pushing against something
但是我知道这个信息其实是抵挡有一些我们里面的一些坚固营垒会被挑战。
that's deep inside of us as people.
那些东西是在我们的里面内心深处是非常非常久的一些的东西。
And after we get through tonight,
当我们今天讲完之后，
if this is the first time that you've considered this,
如果这是你第一次想过我所提的这些东西，
it'll probably create more questions for you than it answers.
那你可能会有更多的问题。
But that's okay.
但是没有关系，如果你事后有更多的
God
问
is
题、更多的疑
big
惑，没有关系，因为神是伟大的神，
And I didn't come here to answer all your questions.
而且我来这边也没有办法回答大家所有的问题。
I came here to create some thinking inside your head.
我来的目的是要帮助你有一些不一样的一些思考逻辑。
So let's go ahead and light these up.
好，我们来看，把 PowerPoint 放到上面。
Jesus did something amazing for us.
耶稣为我们成就一些非常奇妙的事。
He came to the earth,
他来到世上，
took the form of a man,
道成了肉身，
and took the sins of the world upon himself.
他把世界在十字架上担当了世界所有的罪。
He came to the planet,
他来到地球上，
and he decided to stand in this gap.
他决定要站立在这一个破口中。
This gap that had separated man from a loving father.
这个破口呢，是使神跟那位爱他的天父隔绝的一个破口。
The sins of Adam and Eve
那个亚当跟夏娃的罪，
ruined a perfect relationship.
他们的罪使得一个本来完美的一个关系跟连结断了。
And in the fall of man,
当人堕落之后，
there's a separation.
我们看见人跟神隔离了，
And no longer does man have access to God.
人不再有方式可以回到神的面前。
No longer is there an intimate covenant of love between man and God.
人跟神不再有那个亲密的盟约的关系。
No longer can man dwell in the heart and the presence of God.
人不再能够住在神的同在跟神的心意里面。
And there's certain remedies that are attempted to deal with this gap.
那因为这个很大的一个鸿沟，所以人用了不同的方式尝试是去跨越这个鸿沟。
The law, the tabernacle, the priests,
我们看见有律法、有会幕、有祭司，
none of them satisfy this gap.
可是这些东西都没有办法完全的满足这个鸿沟。
And so there is still there still is sin that has gone unpunished.
所以因此，因为在当中有一些的罪是好像没有完全接受刑罚的。
So every year the priest will offer a sacrifice
所以每一年祭司都必须献上赎罪祭。
to postpone the punishment of God for sin.
赎罪祭会延迟神对罪的一个审判。
And Jesus Christ comes to the earth.
而当耶稣基督来到世上的时候，
And he stands in this gap
他站在这个鸿沟中，
as a perfect sacrifice.
他成为那个完美的献祭。
And the wrath of God towards sin,
神对罪的愤怒，
towards this separation,
神对这个鸿沟的愤怒，
is poured out on Jesus Christ,
全部倾倒在耶稣的身上。
the perfect sacrifice.
他是那个完美的祭物。
And in doing so,
当他这样做的时候，
Jesus satisfies the wrath of God
耶稣已经成全了所有事，耶稣已经满足了神所有的愤怒。
towards sin.
神对罪所有的愤怒都完全在耶稣身上。
And now man and God can have fellowship again.
现在人跟神可以再次相交，恢复关系。
And now man has access to the presence and the intimacy of God.
人现在可以回到神的同在里，可以跟神享受一个亲密的关系。
Does anybody believe that's true?
有多少人相信这是真实的？请举手一下。
Oh, good. Oh,
好，
good.
非常好，
Oh, good.
非常好。
Okay. Excellent. Very good.
太好了，太好了。
Now, if Jesus Christ has satisfied the wrath of God for sin,
如果耶稣已经完全满足神对罪的愤怒，
then who are you to punish me for my sins?
那你为什么可以为了我的罪惩罚我呢？
Who am I to punish you for your sins?
那我为什么可以为了你的罪惩罚你呢？
What I want to talk to you about tonight
今天我要跟大家所分享的，
is the reality
要讲一个观念：
that you and I,
你跟我，
because of what Jesus Christ did on the cross,
因着耶稣在十字架上所成就的，
we are unpunishable.
我们不再经历刑罚了。
The wrath of God is no longer pointed at your mistakes.
神的愤怒不再指责你所犯的错误。
I'll unpack this more,
我会在接下来的时间当中跟大家更多的来讲。
but this idea of punishing sin
但是这个观念就是对罪的一个惩罚，
is an Old Testament behavior.
对罪的一个惩罚是一个旧约的观念，
It's an Old Testament belief.
是一个旧约的思考逻辑，
It's an Old Testament reality
是一个旧约他们所相信的。
that when people fail,
当人犯罪，
they need to be punished.
他们必须要被惩罚。
But the New Testament truth
但是新约的真理告诉我们什么？
is that Jesus Christ died,
就是耶稣为我们死，
and in that death and sacrifice,
在耶稣的死跟他成为那个赎罪祭的过程当中，
satisfied the wrath of God towards sin.
耶稣的死满足了神对罪的愤怒。
Therefore,
因此，
there is no punisher in heaven
在天上不再有那位刑罚者，
towards your sin,
对你的罪不再有一位刑罚者在天上，
towards my sin.
对我的罪也是一样。
This is startling for some folks
对有些人来说，这样的一个观念是非常令你讶异的，
because a lot of people depend on the threat of punishment to keep them in line.
因为很多人他们是需要那个刑罚的威胁，以至于他们的行为可以改变。
I mentioned our first night together
我们第一天晚上在一起的时候，我就提到这个，
that the reason Jesus died
耶稣为什么死？
is to make you free,
耶稣为什么死？耶稣死的目的是要让我们可以得以自由，
to present you with a life, an abundant life of freedom.
是要给予我们一个丰盛的生命，一个充满自由丰盛的生命。
And one of those freedoms
而其中这个自由呢，
is the freedom from punishment.
就是从刑罚当中得着自由。
Now, we have punishment deep in our lives.
你知道，在我们的生活当中，这个刑罚的概念是非常根深蒂固的。
Started from the time we were little kids.
从我们还年幼的时候就开始，
It's been reinforced throughout our lives.
在我们的生活当中不断的我们在这样的一个观念当中长大。
It happens in every relationship that we have.
在我们跟每一个人的互动当中，都有这个刑罚的概念。
And because everybody's doing it,
因为每一个人都在这样的一个概念当中运行，
it feels true.
我们会觉得就是真理。
I'm just here to let you know
但是我要告诉你，
that it's not true in heaven.
在天上这不是真的。
There is no motivation in heaven for you to be afraid of being punished.
在天上没有这样的一个动机，是要因着刑罚让你感觉到恐惧跟害怕。
Do you think that Jesus did what Jesus did because he was afraid if he didn't, he'd be in trouble?
你知道耶稣他在地上做他那些事，死在十字架上，是因为他怕说，如果他不这样做的话，他会被打。
Think Jesus was afraid of being punished by his Father if he didn't obey?
你觉得耶稣他不顺服，是因为他怕说不顺服的话会被他的父神责骂吗？
What was the motivation of Jesus to willingly sacrifice his own life for people who hated him?
耶稣甘心愿意把他的生命为那些憎恨他的人舍下，他的动机是什么？他的动力是什么？
See, do you realize that Jesus was a man just like you and me?
你要知道，耶稣跟你跟我一样，那时候道成肉身，就像是个人一样。
He had a choice.
当他道成肉身成为人的样式，他是有选择的。
He didn't have to do what he did.
他并没有一定要做他所做的事。
Did you ever consider that?
你有没有想过这一点？
He didn't have to do what he did.
他没有一定要做他所做的事哦。
We've so ingrained the fear of punishment into our thinking
就在我们的思想里面，那个对于刑罚的那个概念已经根深蒂固很久了，
that we teach our children
以及我们教导我们的孩子们，
to do what they do.
照着他们做的事情去做，
Because if they don't,
照着我们要他们做的事去做，因为他们如果不做的话，
they will be punished.
他们就要面对刑罚。
I mean, what would happen if your fifth grader came up to you
如果你5年级的儿子来到你面前跟你说，
and handed you their report card,
然后把他的成绩单拿来，他的成绩单给你看，
and on the report card was a failing grade,
然后成绩单上面写的不及格，
what would your response to that be?
你对那个不及格的成绩单的回应会是什么？
A failing grade in fifth grade?
5年级就可以不及格哦，
Not in my house.
在我家里面绝对不允许这样的事发生。
There are no children living here who fail in school.
在我们家里面没有任何的孩子在学校的成绩是不及格的，
This is an outrage.
这是太糟糕的一件事情，这是打。
Come here.
来吧，
You're
过
going
来
to，sit in this chair.
你现在坐在这个椅子上，
You're going to stay right here
你就继续坐在这边，
until you never fail again.
直到你永远不会再不及格。
And it's almost like we think that we can convince our children
就好像我们觉得我们可以说服我们的孩子，
that if they're afraid to fail,
就是我们是害怕他们失败。
if they're afraid of being punished,
如果他们害怕失败，害怕被责罚，
that this will bring out the best in them.
这个会带出他们生命当中最美好的一面。
It's as though we so believe in the law of sin and death.
我们真的很深的相信罪和死的律，
The Old Testament paradigm
这是旧约的思考逻辑。
that people who fail
那些失败的人
must be punished
必须要被责罚，
or they won't learn.
要不然不会从这当中学会功课。
We've embraced the idea
我们拥抱这样的一个概念，
that people need a big yellow truck in their life,
人们需要在他生活当中那个大的黄色卡车，
somebody who has the power to punish them
就是有一个人他有能力可以刑罚责罚他，
so that they'll do the right thing.
以至于在这个恐吓当中他们会做正确的事情。
When Jesus walked the earth,
当耶稣走在地上的时候，
his disciples tried to get him to do the same thing.
他的门徒们也要耶稣做同样的事情，
They tried to convince him to be like Herod or like Caesar.
他们尝试要耶稣好像是希律王一样，或者是凯撒王一样。
and to scare everybody into submission.
要用威吓让每一个人都降服他。
And Jesus said, I didn't come here to be like the Gentiles.
耶稣说：“我来这边不是像外邦人一样，
I didn't come here to intimidate the people into submission.
我来这里不像那些人一样，透过威吓让人开始降服顺服我。
I came here to serve.
我来这边是要服侍人
I
的，
came here to lay my life down as a ransom for many.
让我把我的生命摆上，为了赎这些人的生命。”
It's so confusing to the disciples and everybody else
对于门徒来说，这样的一个观念是非常非常令人困惑的，
because they think that somebody who's powerful
因为他们认为一个有权柄的人，
is going to try to submit everyone around them.
一个有权柄的人在那个位置的人，应该用他们的能力去压下所有其他的人，
That if you don't do what I say,
然后告诉他们说：如果你不照着我所说的去做，
I have the power to hurt you.
我有能力可以伤害你啊，
And I will use that power
我会用这个能力的哦。
every time I am not pleased with you.
当你做一些让我不开心的事情，我会用这个能力的。
Now, I mentioned before
我之前有提过，
that this works really well.
这样的一个方式其实是一个很有果效的方式。
Once again, the problem is
但是这个方式所带来的问题是什么？
this is not the way it is in heaven.
这个不是一个天国的法则，
There is no fear in heaven.
在天上是没有恐惧的。
John goes so far as to say this,
甚至使徒约翰这样告诉我们说，
that fear has to do with punishment.
恐惧是跟刑罚有关的。
And the one who fears is not made mature or perfect in love.
然后惧怕的人在爱里面还没有得完全，或者是还没有成熟。
Over and over, John is saying this.
约翰不断的告诉我们说，
There is no fear of punishment in love.
在爱的里面没有一个对刑罚的恐惧啊。
There is no fear of being hurt and crushed in love.
在爱的里面没有对一个被伤害、会被压迫的一个恐惧。
There is no fear of being powerless in love.
在爱的里面不会害怕到最后自己没有能力、没有权柄。
But we have so practiced the fear of punishment
但是我们操练这种威吓，透过刑罚来威吓、恐吓别人的方式太久了。
that it is difficult for us to think of the fear of the Lord
所以，当我们想到敬畏神的时候，
and not have it mean the fear of punishment.
我们每次想到敬畏神，都跟那个从神来的刑罚是有一点关系的。
We've so equated God with punishment.
我们常常把神想到那些就是降灾祸或者是刑罚的神，
That we can hardly hear the fear of God
以至于当我们听见敬畏神这个词的时候，
and not think of it as the fear of being punished.
每一次就会想到被神审判、被神责罚。
What I'm going to talk to you about tonight
今天晚上我要跟大家分享的，
is going to challenge you.
会很深的挑战你的心，
It probably already is.
我相信已经开始挑战你的心了。
And Jesus put it like this.
耶稣这样说：
He says, nobody who has had the old wine
那些喝的旧酒的，
immediately wants the new,
通常人比较喜欢的是旧的酒，
because they will say that the old is better.
他们不会想要新的酒，因为他说旧的会比较好喝。
What we've always had is better.
我们过去一直有的那个东西是比较好啦，
Because to embrace the new
因为要接受新的东西，
requires that we change,
我们必须要改变才能够接
requires
受。
that we see things differently,
我们必须要在我们的看法上面调整，才能够接受新的东西。
requires that we behave differently.
我们的行为要有点改变，才能够接受新的东西。
And this is a hard thing for Christians to do,
对于基督徒来说，这是一个不容易的事情，
because we like to think that we've got the truth.
因为我们很希望我们所拥有的就是完备的真理、全备的真理。
We've got the truth.
我们已经拥有全备的真理，
I got truth.
我有真理在我的里面，
I've been taught the truth.
已经有真理教导我。
And the truth is the same yesterday, today, and forever.
真理是过去、今日一直到永远都是一样的，
It means it never changes.
代表它永远不会改变，
And therefore, I never change.
因此我也不需要改变。
And so I'm one of the most obstinate people you've ever met in your life.
所以我成为你一生当中碰到最固执的人。
It is difficult for us to change the way that we think as Christians.
作为基督徒，有的时候要改变我们的思想，却是最困难的。
But this is so important
但是这却是非常非常的重要。
that we understand
我们需要明白，
that we are nobody's judge.
我们没有资格做任何人的审判官，
We are nobody's punisher.
我们也没有资格成为任何人的刑罚者。
John goes on to say later in earlier in chapter 2.
约翰甚至在约翰一书第2章那边告诉我们说，
He says, "Little ones, I write to you so that you may not sin.
他说：“小子们啊，我将这些话写给你们，是要你们不犯罪。
But if you do sin,
可是若有人犯罪，
you have an advocate with the Father, Jesus Christ the
在
righteous,
父那里有一位中保，就是那位义者耶稣基督。
who himself was offered up as a perfect sacrifice,
他为我们的罪做了完美的挽回祭，
not for your sins only,
不单是为我们的罪，
but for the sins of the whole world."
也为普天下人的罪。
Now, do you understand what he just said?
你要明白约翰所说的，
He just said that Jesus Christ was offered up as a satisfying sacrifice,
他说耶稣他为我们的罪做了完美的挽回祭，
not just for the sins of the believers,
不只是为基督徒而已哦，
but for the sins of the whole world.
是为了普天下所有人的罪。
Jesus said over and over that he did not come to judge the world.
耶稣不断的告诉我们说，他来不是要定世界的罪，
He did not come to punish people for their sins.
他来不是要让人为他们的罪受刑罚，
And he did not leave us in charge
他也没有把这个责任给予我们，
of judging the world
审判世界、审判世人的责任，
or even judging each other for their sins.
甚至审判彼此的罪的这样责任。
Now, surely we are to discipline those that we lead.
当然，我们需要管教，也是教导那些我们所带领的
But
人。
there's a big difference between discipline and punishment.
你要知道，管教跟刑罚、惩罚是很不一样的观念哦。
Discipline has to do with discipline has to do with discipling.
那个管教这个原文 discipline， 它其实跟 disciple 跟那个做门徒是有关系的。
And punishment has to do with shaming and controlling.
那可是刑罚却是跟使他羞愧啊，使他羞愧，然后贬低他有关系。
Two very different ways of going at the identity of somebody.
这是两种非常不同的方式，针对这个人的身份做一个处理。
One is to call people to greatness.
一个是帮助他让这个人兴起进入到伟大的里面。
In our culture, it would be you are a saint.
在我们的文化里面，我们会称说你其实是一个圣徒的身份。
And the other is to disempower people as sinners.
那另外一个方式呢，就会告诉他说你是没有力量的，你是一个罪人，你是罪人中的罪魁。
That your very identity is a rule breaker.
你的身份就是常常犯罪的。
One is your identity is a lover of God.
另一个你的身份是你是神的爱人。
And the other is your identity is a rule breaker.
另外一个是你常常犯罪，你常常违背规则的人。
And so when you break a rule,
所以当你违反了规条的时候，
you need to be punished
你当然需要面对惩罚，
because the rules are more important than you.
因为这些的规条、这些的原则比你还要重要。
Exactly.
他的反应是正确的。
See, it's a tragic thing when the church becomes a place that protects its rules.
当教会成为一个地方，是我们只在乎保护我们的规条、我们的那些的律法，
And doesn't know how to protect its relationships.
却不明白怎么样保护我们彼此之间的关系，这是非常悲惨的一件事。
In Galatians chapter 4
在哥罗西书，在加拉太书第4章
and chapter 5,
跟第5章那边讲到，
the Apostle Paul is addressing something important to the Galatians.
保罗在对加拉太的教会讲一个非常重要的一个观念。
That many Christians are coming into the church
那时候很多的基督徒进入到教会里，
and they're being received by Christians who are former Pharisees.
那他们当他们来到教会的时候，碰到一些过去可能他们的背景是法利赛人的这样的一些基督徒们。
And these Pharisees are now trying to get the Christians to do the practices of Judaism.
那这些过去是法利赛人的这些基督徒，他们尝试让这些外邦的基督徒来，可是要照着犹太人的习俗、犹太人的方式来过他们的生活。
And in chapter 3,
在第3章加拉太第3章里面说到，
Paul says to the Galatians,
保罗对加拉太的教会说
Who has bewitched you?
谁迷惑了你们呢、
Who has twisted the way you think?
谁扭曲了你们的思想？
Why do you think that what you got by grace and love,
谁告诉你说你们过去透过恩典、透过爱所得着的，
you can keep by observing traditions and rules?
你可以继续透过遵守命令、遵守律法、遵守这些法则来继续持守呢？
I am